What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining. I know it's not Thursday and it's not InfoSec Unplugged, but it's an important day nonetheless. I am Davin Jackson, also known as DJX Alpha. Thank you for joining. Really excited about bringing in my guests, Chris and Ron, to talk about our special announcement. We've been holding on to this one for a little while now, but I'm super excited to get it started and bring them in. So let's just go ahead and do that right now. So we have Chris Cochran and we have Ronald Eddings, also known as Hacker Valley Media. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Good to be back.
Thank you.
So just so we're clear, we are streaming on my YouTube channel, LinkedIn, you guys is LinkedIn, Twitch, and Twitter.
And our YouTube too. We're going everywhere.
Okay, so this is like a super simulcast thing going on right now. I feel like it's like we about to give an address. You know how they cut all the people off. So let's see. I don't know how we want to do this. I'll let you gentlemen do it. I'll let you gentlemen go right ahead.
We can set the stage. So for those of you that aren't familiar with us, Ron and Chris, we are the hosts and the owners of Hacker Valley Media. We host the Hacker Valley Studio podcast. And it really just started as the small podcast where we focused on the greats, the experts inside and outside of cybersecurity to give us the skills, the knowledge, the wisdom to make ourselves better every single day. And we started with one show. And we had an idea. We said, why don't we try to do another special show within our show? And so we came up with Hacker Valley Blue that was focused on the defensive side of cybersecurity. And we said, well, if we're going to do the blue side, we might as well give some love to the red side as well. And we had Hacker Valley Red. We did 2 seasons of those, and we would go on to make many more shows. I think we have 8 shows at this point. And we decided that each of these shows can be shows unto themselves. So we took them out of the Hacker Valley stream and we made their own place in the world. And we can't just do everything ourselves. Everyone's getting sick of seeing me and Ron do everything. So we said we have to spread the love. We have to widen the family that is Hacker Valley. And so Davin is going to be the new host of Hacker Valley Blue.
Yes. There we go.
I know it's got a red background, but it's
all good. It's all good.
We got blue here, you know, blue everywhere. LinkedIn's blue.
Yeah. So again, thank you for everybody in the chat with that, with congratulations and everything. I just want to kind of give a quick backstory on how I came to find out the news. So I was traveling and I was dealing with like the onset of burnout. And I remember having a conversation with my wife. I think this is right after I brought InfoSec Unplugged back. And I remember having a conversation with my wife, man, listen, I've been doing this and, I love doing what I do. I love talking to everybody, but, it's really time consuming. I'm working full-time job, trying to promote the show, trying to get the guests, do the interview questions. It's a real grind. And let's be honest, YouTube ads ain't paying bills.
Right.
So, listen, I appreciate the ad revenue, YouTube. Yeah, right. But I was like, I said, I'm going to finish out this stretch run. I said, I'm going to try to make the best of it in 2022, but I was really going to have a moment to reflect and make sure that everything that I'm doing was actually, bearing fruit. Mm-hmm. And I remember coming back from this trip and I was exhausted. And there was a couple other things that was going on. So I just really wasn't in a good mood or mind frame. And you guys reached out to me. I was like, hey, you want to hop on a call? I'm like, so I get on a call and I'm like, all right, let's see. I'm at the time I'm thinking we're just scheduling me to come on your show. And I'm like, I'm excited about that, but I need to kind of show a little bit more enthusiasm because I don't want these guys to think like I'm blowing them off. And when you said it, I think I paused for a second. Like you're like, we want you to be the host of Hacker Valley Blue. And I was like, Yes, yeah. So, I mean, you guys have no idea. I kept saying that something needed to happen, or a sign. I needed to see a sign that I was doing something and moving in the right direction. And like as I was saying that, you guys came, so I appreciate it. I'm super grateful that you guys thought of me and chose me to be the host. Um, it's going to be an interesting experience all around, because I've never hosted another show on top of mine before on another platform, especially a bigger platform like yours. And then and I also like I like the makeup where I'm coming from an offensive red team side of things. So if you guys want to tell your vision about that, but yeah, I'm coming from a red team side of things, talking to blue teamers. So you know, I guess pitch to the good folks here what you were telling me.
Before we even get into that, I also got to say, we also manifested this on our side. You were talking about the story with you and your wife. Chris and I were having a similar story. We were like, hey, we have all this potential. We have all this opportunity to share our message with the world, to share these ideas with the world, to give technology and cybersecurity a voice. But we only have so many hours in a day. We were manifesting and hoping that we could find a host that can host Hacker Valley Blue. And when we were invited to your show, InfoSec Unplugged, the hospitality that you provided us as guests, the hospitality that we've seen you provide other guests, it's unmatched. So we were like, this doesn't make sense to speak to anybody besides Davin. So your excitement was built off of our excitement, and it's almost like this snowball effect that it's just all love all the way around.
Yeah, no, that like I said, that's awesome. And again, like you put things out in the universe and the universe listens, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works. Like I had just got off the phone, because I don't even think my wife and my daughter were home when I got home from the trip. And I think I called and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to give it some time or whatever. Like, I got to get on this call. And I got on the call with you guys, and then I hung up and I called her back. I'm like, you'll never guess what just happened. So yeah, so like I said, I'm excited. The family's excited. So I'm ready to do it. So again, so talk about like let's talk about the vision of what we want to bring to the show without spoiling too much.
Yeah.
And for those who in the pack and people who've been following me on Twitter, remember a couple weeks ago I asked about something about people doing blue team stuff. This is what I was referring to. So I'll be in touch. I didn't ignore a bunch of you guys. I will be in touch. I just wanted to get a feel for what was out there. And like I said, and now that we can announce it officially, I will be in touch about bringing some people on and having conversations. But yeah, if you guys want to just talk about what you did with Hacker Valley Blue in the past, and then we could go into what we want to bring into the future.
Yeah, in the past, we focused on some really interesting topics, but what makes it interesting bringing you to be the host is, we don't want to do the same old thing. We do have Alyssa Knight. She's taking over Hacker Valley Red, obviously really deep hacker, really deep research background. So that makes sense. But we didn't want to just say, okay, we're going to bring in another blue teamer to run Hacker Valley Blue. The very first word in the name of our company, the name of our flagship show is Hacker. We focus on doing things different, pushing the buttons, pushing the envelope, doing things different, just trying to experiment and see what happens. We think that it's so interesting that you're going to be talking to blue teamers. So now you can have that open dialogue. There's always been a little bit of friction between the blue and the red side. Sometimes it's about communication. Sometimes it's just a difference in philosophy. So the conversations that you're going to have with some of these blue teamers, I honestly cannot wait for the show myself, because you're going to give it a much different spin than what Ron and I did with the show. So that is really what we're looking forward to.
And the best part about it all is that there's going to be a video element. Chris and I, we like to hide behind a microphone, even though I feel like we're not bad looking guys, Chris, but we really focus our time and our effort into creating great audio content. And now having you on the show, Davin, it's going to give us that opportunity to flex and build that muscle of introducing video and also sharing like the gestures, the smiles, and all the other things that come along with video for our guests.
Yep,
absolutely. Yeah, when you first mentioned it to me, I'm like, man, how am I going to pull this off? And then we've had conversations about it. And one of the things I think I said was, okay, so I can still, I can still put my, my touch on it. Obviously I'll behave myself.
You got to.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought it would be really cool. So what I want to bring to the show is, again, coming from my perspective. One, I want to give, obviously, the people who run the blue team, their moment in the limelight, because the misconception is that the red team stuff is the sexier stuff, but
Right.
there's a lot of cool roles and there's a lot of cool things that happen on the blue side of things that don't get enough credit. So that, for one, that's one thing I want to do. But I also want to kind of talk to them about, some of the misconceptions that they see out there for blue team, or even get into maybe not heated or spirited debates, but even have a conversation like, why don't y'all patch y'all stuff?
Right. That's a good question.
And I'm sure that, there's a logical reason, and that's going to be a great conversation to talk about and bring that in and have some people share their stories and experience, obviously without breaking any NDAs or anything like that.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, I'm super excited to get started. I will, like I said, to those who have reached out to me, I will be in contact soon to set up some times. Like Chris and Ron said, it will be a video element. So, even though we won't be live, it will be we'll be doing video interviews. So, let's not go too crazy let's not go too crazy on the streams. But like I said, again, gentlemen, I can't thank you guys enough. And with that being said, I just want to kind of see what they're saying in the chat here.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of chats.
There's a lot in the chat right now.
So let's see. We have from the top. So Kiana says hello from Colorado. Well,
hey,
hello back at you from Georgia and wherever these gentlemen are. Al says, what's up? We have a couple. See, this is what happens when you have all the channels involved. We have the State of the Hacker Valley Union. Oh man. Let's see. And then someone said, is the big announcement that you're going to a Hacker Valley, to a Hacker Mountain? Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
I've been invited to the Valley. So the Wolfpack's going to the Valley. There we go. So yes, congratulations. Thank you to everybody. And like I said, Steven, we were just talking about you.
When aren't we?
Yeah. So yeah, gotta step our LinkedIn game up. I need to talk to him. He seems to be
he's the GOAT.
So, and then someone says Davin's wife needs to make blue velvet cupcakes now.
I need one of those. I'm trying to watch my figure, but I love a good cupcake.
Yep. Professor Black Ops says grinding always pays off. Well deserved. Thank you.
It absolutely does.
Thank you. Congratulations, Triple Threat. You picked the right guy. No, I appreciate the love, everybody. Nico, what's going on, Nico? And then Steven says, be careful what you declare. It just might appear. No, that's a bar. That's a bar. So someone asked, when is the Hacker Valley cookout, though?
Oh, that needs to happen. We need a little bit of this pandemic to calm down a little bit so we could all get together without having any worries or any type of anxiety. But we have been dying to get everybody together for so long now. We have some really cool events coming up this year. We won't spill the beans quite yet, but you're going to be able to see us pretty soon in person, we believe, as long as the world acts right.
Yep.
Yeah. Seriously. I mean, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm under the weather myself. I've been under the weather now for, I think I'm going on week 2 or 3. Marcus Bowie says, what an organic opportunity looks like. Congrats, Davin. And thank you. And like I said, I'll be in touch. But yeah, I've been under the weather, but I'm trying to push through it and hopefully get out on the other side of this thing and just continue to make great content. So, all right. So we talked about what's going on with me and Hacker Valley Blue. Obviously you guys got a lot of stuff going on. We're obviously gonna have to plan a cookout, and I'm gonna have to tell the wife about blue velvet
cupcakes at the cookout.
Yep, bringing the cupcakes to the cookout. So, where do you guys see? I think we talked about it when you guys were on the show. Obviously, without spilling anything else,
Yep.
where do you guys see with Hacker Valley going in this direction for the next year and beyond?
You want to go first, Ron?
You know, we gotta spill some beans. I mean, there's
All right.
always, you know, news that we can share ahead of
Oh
its
yeah,
time. But exactly.
it's
Where do we
not even Thursday.
It's not even Thursday. It's a celebration though.
Yeah.
You know, where do we see it going? I think, you know, we see it going to the moon. And, you know, we've defined this in many different ways. Chris and I actually started couples counseling, and what that really means is we hired a coach. We hired a
Yeah.
coach to really help ourselves perform better, help ourselves become better leaders. And what we've learned over time is that Chris is a creative, he's a dream to reality strategist. He helps take dreams and make them into a reality. And what I'm really good at, and one of my superpowers, is I am a solution excavator. I like to dig into the weeds, work with people, iterate to ultimately provide that solution. So with our powers combined, you know, we're hoping to build a bigger media empire. We're hoping to, you know, build these shows like Hacker Valley Blue and Red, give them the love, touch, and support and voice that they really need, and do that with other shows too. We're actually working on a new show. This is a little bit of bean spill. We're working on a new show. It's going to have a multimedia experience. We're hoping to not just focus on the podcast, because podcasts are really great. They're fun to listen to. What about the video? What about the people that love to read? How do you combine all these things together? That's really the problem that we're working out right now.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of that, when we look at Hacker Valley and how much it's grown just from a community standpoint, we are beyond excited and beyond humbled, to be honest with you, because people take their time to watch the stuff that we create, to watch or listen, whatever it is. But we don't want to just stop there. The biggest thing that I want to see eventually, hopefully this year, is a team picture, because if you saw the people that help run Hacker Valley, the folks that we're bringing on as hosts for different shows, the diversity of this group is beyond powerful, because there is power in diversity of culture, diversity of thought. And that is one of the things that I'm most proud of, is just the different people from different backgrounds that we have. So just to bring those voices to the forefront, to give them that platform that we've built with Hacker Valley, with all the technicians, the cybersecurity practitioners all over the world that we've touched, it's going to be incredible. The amount of impact that we can have with the people that we bring on, the experts, the folks that are focused on things other than technology to help us perform better. It's really going to be incredible. And it doesn't stop there, because pick your flavor, right? We got the Cyber Ranch with Alan Alford, and that's really focused on the CISO side. We are here. We have a new host for that, Alexis. She runs diversity, equity, and inclusion at a big law firm, and she's incredible. She is one of the most empathetic people I've ever met in my entire life. We got Davin, we got Alyssa, we got all these powerful people.
Can't forget about AJ Yan.
Can't forget about AJ Yan. I mean, all these people, incredible folks. I mean, I'm running out of space because we got so many shows, so many people. But it's really, I'm beyond proud at what we've built so far with this company, and just stay tuned for all the impact that we're going to have. And when it comes to content, not to toot our own horn, everybody's going to be blown away with what we have cooking right now.
No, flex that muscle, man. Go right ahead.
Okay,
go right ahead.
So we actually have. No, we can't play that. We can't play that. I was gonna play the video. We can't play that. But we have a lot of content. Yeah, soon, I'm getting too excited.
That's great. And like I said, shout out to everybody. Shout out to AJ, Alan, like Alyssa Knight. Get well. And again, shout out to you guys for having that vision and seeing that in all of us.
We can't forget about Gianna. We can't forget about Gianna and Maria.
Yes.
Cybersecurity Marketing Society, breaking through in cybersecurity marketing. Well, I'm telling y'all, we're taking over. I'm sorry. It's we didn't know this was going to happen. It got out of hand. We took over. So sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. That's okay.
But we can't forget about you, Davin. I know, like, you know, with this recent development of Hacker Valley Blue, that's a game changer. I think
Yeah.
we could, you know, help each other out a lot. But what about, you know, your show, the Alpha, the InfoSec Unplugged?
Oh, InfoSec Unplugged, you know, that'll still, you know, InfoSec Unplugged will still be Thursdays for the foreseeable future. Well, you know, like I said, it was that gave me an added influx of energy to when I got the news about that. So yeah, you know, is it going to be crazy hosting 2 shows? Probably, but it's nothing. You know, we've been in crazier situations before. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was. I think if it wasn't for InfoSec Unplugged, this probably would never happen. So
Exactly.
you know, it's a labor of love. That is most certainly true. But I one of the things that I learned from this is not to always worry about how many people are paying attention to you, but who's paying attention and who's listening. Because you know, a lot of times, a lot of creators, we see the numbers, or we see, oh, it's only so many people watching right now, or only this video only got so many views, and it's easy to get depressed when you put out something that you think is going to be like a banger and it doesn't do well. And if I worried so much about that, I probably wouldn't have continued the show. I probably wouldn't have come back when I did originally. And then even in doing the episode with you guys, I was like, oh yeah, this one's definitely going to be top 3 as far as viewership. And the numbers did well. I hoped it did a little better, but and even then it was like, okay, maybe I need to change some things up. But it brought this opportunity. So now I'm like, I shouldn't change a damn thing.
Trust the process.
If more opportunities like this are going to come from doing it, you know, again, I'm not worried, not worrying about who or how many, like the quantity. I should worry more about the quality. And you know, I have a great support system with, you know, like I said, my wife and my family, who, you know, even though it takes away from them, they still push me to do it, because they're like, we see how happy you are when you do it. We see that you love doing this. And now I have a support system. I have an added support system with the Hacker Valley family. So my plan is to bring the best out of me with this show, but also to learn from you guys how, you know, how to build a successful podcast or media platform for content. Because you know, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. I mean, heck, look at y'all looking all crispy on the cameras right now.
We got you. We're gonna hook you up.
So, but you know, yeah, there's a lot of things that I've already learned in just how you guys move as a unit, and everybody has a role, and it's just like, wow, that's, you know, that's mind blowing to see that at some point you guys started where I was, and this is where you are now. And now that's motivation to me to say, well, I got to get to work, because this is where I want to be. Right. Like, so everything just kind of falls in line from there. So like I said, I'm super excited to kind of give it my best and drop 40 on, drop 40 points, you know, on today being the 2nd anniversary of, you know, Kobe Bryant passing, you know, I think it's only right to say, to bring to say, you know, bring that Mamba mentality to the show, and you know, not let up. So it's gonna be foot on the gas, and we're just gonna keep going and see where it's going.
Absolutely. So Chris, I gotta ask, you know, we asked AJ this. AJ might have asked you this actually, but what advice, you know, would you have for Davin as he starts to embark in this new opportunity with Hacker Valley Blue? What things would you say to look out for? What are some of the lessons that you learned just from podcasting together over these years that you would want to impart on yourself today?
Yeah, so I mean, that's a good question. The one thing I think about from my perspective, this this is our baby, right? Ron and I, we built this bit by bit, brick by brick, just over and over and over again. And we can't keep it all to ourselves. And so we have to trust people. We have to trust people in the back office. We have to trust people with production, editing. We have to trust people with producing video content. We have to trust people with entire shows. And so I would say that my biggest piece of advice for the show and for you is to just own it. It's your show. It might have come from us, but it's still an extension of you. I want you to feel comfortable in your skin. I want you to be able to laugh. I want you to be able to feel loose. I want you to be able to iterate on yourself when you're talking to these incredible guests. Continue to push yourself, because I know you are. I don't have to tell you that, but just feel like it's yours. Like, right, you're part of the family now. So I don't want you to feel like you're just borrowing it. It's yours. It's your show. Take it as high as you want to, and we're going to be here to support you every step of the way.
Nah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, because that's definitely in the back of my mind. Like, don't mess this up. Right? I was like, don't mess this up. Where I say something and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna need that show back. So, but yeah, no, definitely, I appreciate that, and trust me, like I said, you guys, I'm going to make sure I don't let you guys down. I'm not gonna let the viewers down. You know, they're definitely here. So, you know, I got people looking for this. So so we're gonna wrap it up. A couple more minutes. Any final words, gentlemen?
I would just say my final word for you and for everyone is go out to the world, explore, you know, immerse yourself in it, learn whatever you can, study the things that you love, and then translate the things that you've learned and gained over your wisdom and experience into lessons for everyone else.
Okay.
My final thing would be, there's a lot of darkness out there in today, whether you see it on social media, the news, even stuff that with people in your family. You might hear bad news over and over and over again. And it doesn't matter whether you have a little spark or a roaring flame. Any additional light you can add to this world makes this world better. So just do what you can every day to make everything just that much better in this world.
So I don't know how much I can follow up after that, but I will just say, both of them, what they both said, both of them. No, but seriously, I think I said it already. Don't worry about the quantity. Worry about the quality. Who's paying attention? And you know, things will get hard. Things will get difficult. But you see the sign back there, and I've been saying it all this whole time. Always bet on yourself and do the work, and eventually, you know, good things will come from it. So this is, I guess this is the first step in proof that, you know, I'm practicing what I preach. So again, gentlemen, thank you for this. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the opportunity. Looking forward to being a part of the family and bringing some content very, very, very soon. Like, I'd probably start recording like next week. So yeah, everybody that hit me up or is going to hit me up now, we'll be in touch. And yeah, Hacker Valley Blue, let's go.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
So well, I don't have to do the closing because it's not InfoSec Unplugged. But I do thank you all for joining. I do thank my guests, or my partners now, Ron and Chris. And we will be in touch. So you guys take care, and I will see y'all soon. Let me just make sure all right, cool. Make sure there was nothing. I didn't miss anything in the chat. Let's see. Hold on. Mega congrats, continued success. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Kalila says, this is so dope. Nico says, so proud. Let's see. Kiana says, continue to be great. No, thank you. I appreciate the love. Let's see. Ty says, you was coming back or we were holding you hostage. Hey, you know, like I said, I do it for y'all. I do it for y'all. And finally, my wife says, you got this. And that's something that she tells me pretty much every single day. So awesome. I love you, babe. I love all of y'all. Gentlemen, it's been great. And let's just get the show on the road. So y'all take it easy. I will be on tomorrow for InfoSec Unplugged, and I will be in touch for Hacker Valley Blue. So see you guys soon.
See you
good to work.
very soon.
All right.